Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with our weekly sign-specific astrological tarot reading. This is for the week of September 17th through September 23rd, and this reading is for Gemini. Alright, so this week I see one major event happening. Happens towards the end of the week, but what happens is that the sun moves from Virgo into Libra, and Libra season begins, and we also get the autumn equinox. So we are ready to reap the rewards of Virgo season, of Mercury retrograding through Virgo. We're finally able to utilize all of those things, take them for ourselves, and use them to keep ourselves balanced and provide balance to the world around us. Everything Libra. This season's definitely going to call for us to utilize all of that we can use. So, in honor of that, I chose a spread all about balance. I'll be doing a 3-card spread. The first position is inner, so your inner world, what you are taking personally away from Virgo season, the lessons. Outer, what's happening outside of you with others, with just the world outside in general. And then the middle card is balance. So that's how we're going to honor Libra today. Hopefully the tarot can guide us to that. And as I begin my shuffle, I'm going to be thinking about the intention that I set this week. And that intention is balance. So, super simple, super obvious, but really, really, really important. We need to know... I hope the tarot can guide us towards an understanding of course, the inner and outer, which is going to be super important, but Libra is going to be about balancing those two things. Virgo taught us a lot about inner, probably about outer too. Libra needs to teach us about balance, so balance it is. So let's start. First card I'm going to draw is in the inner position. And the card that I draw for you, representing you, is... Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Outside. Others. The outside world. Two of Wands. Reversed. What is going to balance inner and outer? What and how can Libra do and help? Judgment. Reversed. All right. So, you know a thing or two about balance. And that's great because this spread shows me that we've got a lot to keep in balance this season. Maybe Virgo threw some things out of whack. Maybe... as we switch seasons, we need to latch on to the lessons learned. So let's just get started right away. In inner, so representing you, where you are at this point. I got the Queen of Pentacles. So where you are at this point is in full control. You trust yourself. You are powerful and authoritative, but in a really balanced way. She's able to, and you are able to, judging from this card, balance the material with the emotional inner. The superficial with the spiritual. The inner and outer of you. Maybe persona, ego versus... your actual self, the actual reality, whatever it is, you're able to really balance that authoritatively. If that doesn't sound familiar to you, the card shows me that definitely was. So Libra season doesn't start till the end of the week, Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are. So you've got the rest of this week and the rest of Virgo season to figure out where in your life, if you don't already know, where in your life you feel super, super balanced and powerful. That's going to be key. To figure out that part inside of you is going to be really important. Because outside of you is the Two of Wands reversed. So, Two of Wands reversed in outside is showing me that while you're rooted and you're strong and you learned lessons you needed to learn from the most recent review processes, the world outside of you is also ready to move on. The world outside of you is proud of you and grateful that you were so strong. In fact, it's probably people around you, your social groups in particular, probably really needed you to be as solid as you were. It could also be that in your home setting and your family or the ones closest to you, that they needed to rely on you and you set up a really stable place for them, but that now they're kind of ready to move on. They're kind of ready to look out onto the world and head out, and with or without you, depending on where you are in that process. So how can you balance that? How do we balance it to where you don't have to leave your throne? You don't have to step off of this place that you have been so strong in. And like I said, when you find out what that is, latch on to it. Don't run with everyone else away from Virgo season as much as you can. You found what you needed to find that was really important for you. Great. People are ready to move on. How do we find balance there? Where is that balance? I have Judgment reversed. Judgment reversed, imbalance, especially for you with what the spread is showing. It's showing me that you need to accept that the world's going to move on. The world's going to go ahead. You need to accept that while that's happening, your power position is still viable and it's still important. But Judgment reversed says whether you are inclined to or not, you need to accept and understand that with the season changing, there may be some momentum away from you in some way. The outer world, maybe it's certain groups of people, maybe it's just simple. Maybe it really is just the season changing. Either way, you don't need to leave your throne. You don't need to be less stable. That's not at all what this is saying. You need to accept that part of you more than anything, because it's the Queen of Pentacles. She's self-acceptance incarnate. You need to accept, though, that people may move out of your kingdom and into a different kingdom. People may move on to some different project, different group, different social setting, whatever it is. It's not negative, though, because you have to accept it either way. So acceptance is never negative, because if you're accepting something, you are self-acceptance. Inner is Queen of Pentacles. You are self-trust. You have it. Don't question that. But also don't question if people want to leave. Don't question it. Don't question if a project moves on beyond what you were working on with it. If a community that you're in, if your role in that shifts, don't change who you are. Accept their directionality. Accept the directionality of the wheel turning. Accept the directionality of fate. Accept the directionality of the universe. Judgment reverse says you're going to have to do that. It's reversed, though. You may not want to do that. You may be in this power position and not want to let that stuff go. You don't have to let go of your power position, but part of being in that power position is trusting yourself so much that if things change around you, you can accept that and maintain this. Maintain her. Maintain that stability. You can do that while letting other people also have agency. But it might be hard. And maybe it'll just be a challenge for the rest of the week. And then once the sun enters Libra, you'll be like, oh, the sun is shining on my balance. I get it. I can be in power, but I can let my people do their own thing. I think that's what it's calling for. So don't lose your power. Don't change that. In fact, accept that. But this week for you, and as Libra season begins, you're going to need to accept the turning of the wheel. The season's going to change. And that's okay, because you'll stay in power as long as you accept it. I'll see you next week.